Okay, we can make some op art in Illustrator, which is really, really fun and actually way easier than you would think. First thing you're going to do is go File, New, and we're going to make a custom size document, and we want it to be a square, so we're going to change the dimensions to 10 inches by 10 inches, and if you want you can call this your op art, and then you're going to hit OK. Next you're going to get a rectangle tool and you're going to draw a square the size of your document. I'm going to pick an inside color. This time I'm going to pick pretty blue. And you want to turn off the stroke. So I'm going to click on the stroke back here and then I'm going to say no. Okay, now I'm going to hold down Control and I'm going to click on the square and it's going to give me this menu. I'm going to go to Transform and then I'm going to go to Scale. Here I want to just type in a small number. 5% is pretty good. You could even go smaller if you want, maybe 2%. And instead of hitting OK, I'm going to hit Copy. It made an exact copy of this square, the big one, but small. Now I'm going to select both of them. I'm going to click and drag, and now they're both selected. And I'm going to go up to the Object menu, and I'm going to go to Blend. And under Blend, I'm going to click Make. Nothing will appear to have happened, but just keep with me. Now I'm going to go to the Effect menu, and I'm going to go to Pathfinder, and I'm going to click Exclude. Wow, that did something. Now, if I want to change the level, like the amount of steps in this, I can go to Object again, and back to Blend, and this time I can click Blend Options. Yours might say smooth color like this, so you can change that on the spacing to specified steps, and you can change the number of steps here. You can experiment with this. I'm going to check the preview so I can see. Ooh, with 50. Ooh, I kind of like that. All right. All right, the trickiest part here, this is already an optical illusion, right? But to make it even cooler, we can do some stuff. So one of the things I want to do is rotate it. So I'm going to get my layers here. And on your layer 1, there's a little triangle. And you'll see this thing that says Blend. And I'm going to click on that triangle. And it's going to show the two squares that I originally started out with. The top one is the tiny one in the middle. And I want to click this little circle right here, because that's going to select just that square. I don't want to click both of them. I want to click just that square. Now I'm going to go up to Effect. I'm going to go to Distort and Transform. And I'm going to do a transform. And on the rotation, I'm going to try changing the angle. So I'm going to do like, let's see, 35. And I'm going to check the preview box to see what it does. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty cool. But I can play around with this. Let's try 90. Whoa, I'm liking that. And you can just play and see what you like. Wow, that's pretty crazy. All right, so I'm going to hit OK. And that is just the beginning of creating your own optical illusion in Illustrator. You could start with a different shape. If you look at mine here, I started with a star, a 10-pointed star, instead of a square. There's a lot of different things you can do. I also filled it with a gradient rather than a solid color, so I get a very different effect. So those are all things to experiment with, and I hope you have fun.